Welcome to the FGTN show, Fishing Gear and Tech News. We are live. I'm your host, Alex Tim, and Zebco just brought the Rhino back from the dead. If you don't know what the Rhino is, either did I until I did some research. You're going to love it. It is a sweet setup. They have a full lineup. They have camo braid, camo mono. The 80s tank is back. That's when it was really popular, and they're marketing it like it's unkillable. It was at ICAST. I'm going to show you some videos. We're going to talk through it. Also, in today's episode, Bubba dropped a $250 smart bump board that has Bluetooth, an LCD screen that auto highlights your smallest fish when it's time to call. In Rapala, built a 550-pound magnet kit to pull your lost gear off the lake floor. Stow Bar has a universal rod mount system that clicks into your truck, your boat, or your kayak, you name it. And yes, West Marine, more news from them in their chapter 11. 91 stores they're now up to closing. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Which stores are closing? There was only one left in Minnesota, and that is now on the list of closing. Wisconsin, it looks like maybe all of those are closing as well. It is getting crazy out here. That is what, like, West Marine is one of the biggest retail stories for fishing of the year. So now, if you're watching live, tell me in the chat, which of these are you most curious about? The Rhino comeback, the smart bump board, the magnet kit, West Marine, something else. We will talk some ice fishing stuff here today. There is some new gear for that. And if you are on the replay squad, same exact question, just drop it down in the comments and let's jump in. What's up, Chad? Nice to see you here, man. Thanks for hopping on. Okay, we've got ICAST new product showcase. So I'm only going to show one thing here from the ICAST like new product showcase area, and that is the best of show winner. Last time we were on, we talked about what the best of categories are. There's one product that wins the entire show, and believe it or not, it is the Rhino 30. This is just one of the models. It's the 6-foot, 6-inch, 2-piece medium spinning combo. This is the only one they entered because they can't enter like 20 different rods in real combos. So this is the one that they entered, and it won the show. So this is the best new product at ICAST in the new product showcase. Rhino is from, it's part of the Rather Outdoors brand, Zebco. They're all kind of along that same line. So what is it? Let's talk about it. The Rhino 30, 6'6", 2-piece medium spinning combo, 2026 best of show. Rhino combo pairs an ultra durable rod in an exceptionally engineered reel that's ready for battle. A6 drive gears increase tooth contact for maximum torque. 5 ball bearings, instant anti-reverse, oversized bail wire, delivers smooth power. A hydro shield seal protects the gears, drag, and handle from water and debris. And the Triax core blank provides 360-degree strength and balance power with a solid tip. It has Armor 1 PVD one-piece guides that resist failure, Rhino grip EVA handle with custom seat for control. This thing is, and I'm not joking with you, I'm going to pull up their website right now. I'm going to show you some videos here. I am literally blown away. If you are somebody that wants a budget combo, now I have not used this. I will be buying at least one of them and will be using it and giving some feedback on it. From the things that I've seen from people that are at the show and have been able to use it, they say it's insanely tough. Like, this is the type of thing that if you just want a rod to throw in the back of your truck, your kids are going to be biking around with it, tossing it on the ground. It's going to be leaning against the garage wall. Like, this is what appears to be the go-to combo. It's a spinning reel, and then the rod is basically indestructible. The price point is from $69.99 to $89.99. That's right, $70 to $90 combo, and it is insane. I am not going to read all the detail here. Just wanted to show you on their website what the price point here is. This is intended for dirty water fishing. You're going to go do river fishing. You're not going to be breaking this rod more than likely. And they've got some line and things that they came out with too. So this is coming soon. I'm going to just go ahead and jump in to a couple of videos that I've got queued up here. A few of them, they're all really short. A few of them are from the company itself. talking about the product, but I think it's a really good background on it. And then I'll do a little bit of a clip of what happened at the show there. So here is one of these first ones here. Let me play this for you. Should be able to hear it.
Breaking news tonight.
In the world of fishing, Zebco,
The brand that taught America to fish has just announced the return of an icon. That's right. The legendary Rhino combo is coming back.
built in the 80s on a reputation for rugged, affordable, and toughness.
The Rhino is back.
When some bank-clawing flathead loads it up and tries to spool you, you'll be real glad you've got a Rhino bent double instead of whatever ugly bargain bin noodle your buddy swears by. And Rhino comes in so many actions, you'll run out of excuses before you run out of options. Overbuilt like a tank and just as hard to kill. Zebco taught America how to fish. Don't make us regret it.
That is a pretty sick video. Let me show you this one I'm pretty excited about as well. Oh, I gotta share the right tab. Here we go.
We've tested positive for a hard rod. We tested this combo until testing got ugly. What? Well, not ugly. Bent it, loaded it. We tested it real. Tested some more. Built tough, from tip to butt. So go ahead, tell your mom.
Awesome. All right, one more from Rhino, and then I'm going to show you a little bit more where they talk about this actual combo that they've been working on here. Here's a break test. I think that the other one's an ugly string. £66. Pretty dang insane. All right, I jumped to this section on this video here. If you want to watch the full video, it's from the Fisherman magazine. I'll have all of these things, as always, linked down below after as well. But let me play this because I think he does a really good job talking about what this new combo is, and it gives you a better view of what it looks like. What is the blank look like, the reel? You can kind of see a little bit more action rather than a prepared marketing video, if you will, because this is not filmed by the company themselves. It's a media outlet.
Rhino is back, and as far as, let's call it indestructibility, as far as a tough rod for a good price, this is an excellent rod. This actually, by the way, Chris, I would say that this won Best Rod and Reel Combo here at ICAST 2026. But let's talk about that rod and what went into it.
Yeah, so this was a technology breakthrough in rod development about 2 years ago.
Okay.
So we spent the last 2 years refining the rod, refining the strength, refining the weight, refining the action. So it really is a game changer. It's a new way to build a rod.
Right.
It's a different way to build a rod. And it's proprietary to us. Our factory, like I said, came up with this 2 years ago. We really wanted to spend a lot of time. We got some incredible strength out of it, but we wanted to spend a lot of time to make sure we got the action and performance and the weight, dialed in as well. So it's lighter than your typical durable rod. It's up to 50 pounds, or it's up to 50% stronger than kind of your typical durable rod on the marketplace. It's double the strength of many rods on the market in this category. So these combos will retail for around $79.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, I won't play a ton more. I think you guys get the point. But what I wanted to outline for you is this is considered evidently in the category of durable rod. This to me is a good all-around rod. Like I'm gonna use it. And if I like it, I might just use these types of things. I've got rods that are $600 in reels that are hundreds and hundreds, multi-hundreds of dollars of reels. And from what I've seen, this is supposed to be sensitive, incredibly durable, but you don't need to worry about being really careful with it. As we saw there, the brake test, 60 plus pounds. So the idea is if you're using this thing in dirty water, you don't know what's down there, river fishing, rock fishing, like those types of things around structure, you don't need to worry about horsing that thing. It's pretty incredible what they've been able to pull together here. And at this price point, I think the look of it looks pretty dang cool as well. So anyways, if you're interested, the reason why I went so deep on this is the product that won new product at ICAST. I was not at ICAST this year. I do plan to go again next year. Wasn't able to make it work with the schedule this year with having a baby. But did want to let you know, this is the new combo. It is coming out soon. I don't know when, but a couple places do have it on pre-order right now. The next thing that I want to show you is actually from Zebco as well, a new product. And this is a spin cast. Zebco Bottomlands 30-inch one-piece medium spin cast combo. So again, this is a 30-inch. This is a intended to be a children's rod, if you will. The line rating is 2 to 6 pounds. It comes pre-spooled, I believe, with 6 pounds pre-spooled, $25 price point. Ladies and gentlemen, if your kid is looking for a starter rod, the Zebco is known for being actually pretty dang good in this area. I've got a daughter that's 3 and a son that's just born, so it's gonna be a little while for them. My daughter's got a frozen one, of course, not from Zebco, but this is what I would be looking at next. If you're looking for a new kids rod, $25. They've got a really nice setup here, 30 inches, just to kind of keep with you and not worry about breaking on you. Now, Zebco also has 2 new lines that they're coming out with. The camo braid. These are filler spools. So I don't know all of the different ones. Oh, here we go. So they've got 10 pound, 15, 20, 30, 50 in the braid, orange. And then it looks like they've got 10, 15, 20, 30, 50 in green camo as well. So those are the different colors that they have, a green camo and an orange camo line. Really heavy duty, not super expensive for what you're buying. So if you want to get some of that rhino braid to go on that rhino tough stick, you can absolutely do that. And then they've got some monofilament filler spools as well. So they've got $7.99 is going to get you 330 yards at 6 pounds, 8 pounds. You can kind of see what they got here, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 20, 25, and 30. And it looks like 330 yards of all of them are $7.99. So pretty awesome. Pick your pound test, mono, green camo, and you're going to get it for $8. Full retail is $8. So imagine these things on sale. Pretty cool. So if you want some mono from them, these aren't going to probably be your highest end monofilaments and braids, but they're going to be your, I would argue, some of the most durable ones that you're going to find out there. So just wanted to call those products out. Next up, we've got from Bubba, the Pro Series Smart Bump Board. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a $250 MSRP bump board from Bubba. What they say here is it connects to the Bubba app for catch tracking. So you can actually download on your phone right now. Bubba has an app for Android and iOS. You can download it, and it has a lot of other features and functions in there as well. It works with some of their weight scales. I've got their weight scale that it works with, but now they've got a bump board that works with it as well. So it connects to the Bubba app for catch tracking, 2-inch full color display, as you can see here. So you can see what's your total, what is that one that you just put in there, 5 of 5 fish. By putting that one in there, you're plus 3/4 of an inch, right? So all the stuff is here. LED indicators for slot limits, culling and measuring, laser etch ruler, and anodized aluminum body. Not cheap though. Not cheap at all. Let's pull up their website and talk about it. The Pro Series Smart Bump Board, 28-inch. You can see here you've got a nice front to it where you're going to be bumping up against. which is going to allow you very clearly to see that is the front of the lip of the fish pushed up against it, that digital readout there on the scale. And then, of course, they've got, for those of you that are doing tournaments where you have to have like your tournament card in there, you can put that up there. This slides back and forth, and you can see there's a little arrow. I don't know if they've got a better view of the digital readout that's on it, but it's got a little arrow that you point to the length of the fish. This guy right here, gosh, these pictures aren't great for that. Maybe they have it further down. Maybe it'll be in this video. Let's play this video real quick. So there we go. It was this part right here. So this slides back and forth on there, and there's a little arrow right here that you just point to the very end of where your fish's tail is, and then you clamp it down, and it will read out for you. Boom, 18¼ inches is where you're at, and then you can clear, menu, home, and do some stuff right there from it. Take a picture as well, so you can measure, take your picture, and release. This looks pretty cool. I think what Bubba is trying to do here is they're trying to build an ecosystem. So if you want to do catch, weigh, release, or catch, measure, release, you can actually do those tournaments through their Bubba score tracker app, which is going to allow you to actually do tournaments through their app. There's a lot of other apps out there that do like online tournaments rather than going into a weigh-in at the end of the day. And the whole idea is that it's more accessible for people. You don't need to kill the fish by bringing them in for a weigh-in at the end of the day. You can either weigh with a specific type of scale, or you can bump like on a bump board, and it all is going to be digitally connected. So kind of a cool concept. I see a lot of kayak fishermen really liking this, but at $250, it is a premium offer. So that's one of the things I thought was pretty cool. They do have it in red, it looks like, and they have it in a gray color. And you've got all the details here on everything that is included. I clicked on a picture and it brought me to their homepage. Not quite sure why. So full color LCD screen, an LED light bar is built into it. Illuminated position indicator, the ID card sleeve. It has a lanyard hole on it, sliding ID card, high contrast measurements, a deep fish well. It's aluminum, anodized. Pretty dang cool. Next that I thought was pretty awesome was this guy right here. This is from Arc Pro Fishing. It's a floating waterproof live bait aerator for fishing bait bucket. $37.99, and yes, you can buy them on Amazon. This is the X500. Then they have the X500 Pro that has a bigger battery in it. This is $49.99. So what we can see here is the flow is 19 gallons per hour versus 31 gallons per hour, which is the throughput that it's going to be able to do. I thought this thing was nifty. I don't know if it's gimmicky or if it's actually going to work well. I don't know how it's going to work in ice fishing type conditions, but I thought it was pretty interesting. So what you do is, it is the aerator itself. You drop it in your live well, in your bait bucket, or whatever you've got. You've got the tube that comes off, and it goes to the air stone down at the bottom, and it's going to aerate. And you can see here on the, let's see if we go to, I don't know if this is based off of the X500 or the X500 Pro, but here's just some sample run times. It looks like they've got 8.5 to 14 hours of runtime on them. They're actually probably both the same because one of them just has a greater throughput. So it's a bigger aerator. And you can kind of see here a little picture of what it looks like in the live well. They did have a video here. Let me see if I can't pull it up. This is on Facebook. Let me see if I can share it with you. Play this little video for you here. Oh, it might help if you have audio.
I've seen you at ICAST. This is the Arc Pro floating aerator. So this is an aerator for your bait bucket or live well. It's
Look how small it is. So it's actually not massive. The thing I was worried about is thinking of like a frisbee size thing. This is a lot smaller. Look how small this container is and how small it is compared to his hand. This could work.
Battery rechargeable, and it floats on the surface here. It's totally waterproof. Look at that. I can dunk it all the way underwater, let it go. It's ready to rock. So what's awesome about this is when you're not using your bait bucket and your bait bucket's dry, this thing sits on the bottom. It's not clipped on the top. It's not going to tip over and scratch the deck. And you can have it as a backup for your live well. So if your live well pump stops working, you just bust this guy out, throw it in there, and it's ready to go. It's battery rechargeable. It's got a magnet clip-on charger there, so there's no USB port to get wet. And these guys won the best first-time exhibitor product here at ICAST, and they really deserve it because this is a pretty incredible, innovative product that's going to make it a little bit easier for anglers out on the water.
So that is the new product. It is currently available. Let me get it pulled up here on Amazon. If you are interested, you can definitely purchase it on Amazon. I'm going to pull it up. I don't know if they have, it looks like they might have both of them available. So let's go ahead, share the tab. Boom. $37.99 for the 2000 mAh milliamp hour, and then $46.99 for the bigger one, the 3000. So if you want to pick them up on Amazon, I will have them linked down below and you can give it a shot. And if you don't like it, the beautiful thing about Amazon is if it doesn't work for you, you can always return it. I'm a big fan of being able to try the gear. And if it doesn't work, you shouldn't have to pay for it, in my opinion. Next up, we've got ice fishing themed here. We've got the 13 Fishing Tickle Stick G4 Carbon Pulse ice fishing rod. This is a new rod from 13 Fishing that's going to be upcoming for this ice season. It is the G4 Carbon Pulse. So the whole idea behind it, from my understanding, is it does have the, I don't know what PC2 stands for, but it's PC2 flat tip construction. So here we go. On the tip of the rod, it is actually a flat tip. This photo does not do it justice. So you know how a lot of rods will have, it's basically a rod that goes all the way to the tip. Well, the high vis tip is flat. So it flattens out and it is high vis. The other thing that is big, let me see how they refer to it. It is a solid fiberglass rod, high vis tip. Here we go. Custom Evolve Carbon Divide and the Carbon Pulse inner core and the EVA handle. So the idea here is that you've got EVA handle, and then the divide here is carbon fiber, and it has a special core on it that's going to give you extra sensitivity. So this is not a premium offering rod, but it has some of those premium features on it. $60 is not cheap. We get that, right? And we know that they're going to have a bunch of different actions and lengths and handles that you can get with these. They have a pro version of this that I think came out last year that I believe is $20 or $30 more. So this is going to be about $59.99. Maybe 10, 20% off if you get it in an ice fishing deal, when those usually come around the beginning of the season here. But this could be a arguable, very good bang for your buck rod. So just want to let you know about it. This is one of the first few ice fishing rods that we're seeing come out for the season. So I wanted to make sure that I let you know. Also, I've got a video now on this to show you all because a lot of people were interested in what is this thing. So from Rapala, they did announce a couple of weeks ago their new high capacity line remover. I think it's a little bit gimmicky. It is only $19.99, so it's not super expensive. You've got a little trigger on it here. And the idea is you throw your line in here, and you unspool your line from your reel to put new line on, and it's going to go on there, and then you're going to be able to take it off really easily. There is a video. Let me find where I've got the video. Okay, I got the video right here. Let me play it for you. It's only 18 seconds long. I think this did a really nice job kind of explaining how it works visually for you. So you hook it right on there, and you click go. It's pulling it all off. And then when you're done, you can slide it off the end of it. That easy. So that's the Rapala high capacity line remover. The thing that I will highly recommend, and I wish they put this in their videos, is once you pull that line off, take a scissor and cut the line. In case that line gets somewhere in the waterway or somewhere it gets out in the wild, it's not going to trap or hurt an animal or a fish or something like that. Always cut that line if you can, especially if it's spooled up like that. Cut through it, and then you're not going to have any tangle hazards of anything that gets in there. So highly recommend doing that. Don't know why they didn't put that in there, but they should have. All right, another new product. This came out not too long ago. I think less than a year ago, but Rapala has the 550 fishing magnet kit. So I didn't know that they came out with this a little while ago, but they did. It is for fishing, magnet fishing. The features on it are a 550-pound pull force, 65-foot nylon rope connected with a carabiner. So this is useful for two scenarios. It comes with a nice case with it. Two things to know about this. This gets threaded on there. You have your eye hook that goes to your nylon rope, and you have gloves. Why do you have gloves, you ask? Well, because if you've ever tried pulling on rope like this without good gloves on, you know it will rip up your hands. So the idea here is you can use it for a couple of things. One, retrieving gear that maybe you've sunk and you need to get back with a magnet. This is great for that. The other thing a lot of people do, and there's YouTube videos out there, people literally will go off of bridges in areas and they will literally fish with a magnet fishing, just trying to find old junk that's down there that maybe has some sort of a value or is a collector's item or something like that. So go check those things out if you're interested. Rapala now has it, a 550-pound magnet for magnet fishing, $70 full retail. Daiwa, I did not know this, but Daiwa owns X-Braid. X-Braid is one of their brands, and they came out with a new fluorocarbon, incredibly expensive, a new fluorocarbon mainline or leader line. This is supposed to be I think they call it a double strand, a double coated 100% fluorocarbon construction that uses leader or mainline for straight through fishing applications. It's built for diverse fishing terrain and environments. The I don't know how to pronounce the name of it. Fluorocarbon provides superior feel and abrasion resistance so anglers can quickly detect bites and deliver hook sets with precision. My understanding of this line is that it has an outer shell and an inner shell. The inner shell is going to give you a ton of sensitivity. It is very taut. It is very sensitive. The outer shell is giving you abrasion resistance. So you have kind of the best of both worlds paired up together, which is why it's going to be great as a main line with that abrasion resistance or a leader line because of the sensitivity that you're going to get out of it. I don't know if you're in the market for it, but look how expensive it is. Even if you did a 6-pound, 110 yards, $30. All the way up to 15 pounds for 110 yards is $30. 20 pounds goes to $33, then $35 for 25 pounds. So depending on if you want to give it a shot, let me know if you do try it out. This is a little rich for my blood because I would not use this for ice fishing. This would be open water. And I think I'm going to be moving to mainline braid moving forward. Right now, I do use a fluoro for my main line, but it's nothing fancy, but it requires me to swap it out quite a bit, which is not necessarily ideal. All right. What won the category for ice fishing this year at ICAST was the Evolution Fishing Ice Rod Locker. This Evolution has quite a few new products that they have just recently launched. They're not on their website, though. So I'm showing you just whatever I can find, but there will be more coming and we'll talk more about it. So one of the things that they have is a Line Master leader pouch. Pretty straightforward here. This is obviously a rendering. You can throw a couple of line spools in there. They've got their little eye holes here. You can clip it shut and then you can, refill your line if you want to. They've got a Evolution Fishing Largemouth 3.0 3700 backpack. They have a very similar backpack like this that's already out, but not built for the 3700 size boxes. This is built for being able to fit up to 4 3,700 trays vertically. It has 3 snagless PVC pockets that store oversized baits and accessories on it. The whole idea here is it's got this big mouth that opens up. You can get into these pockets and you can get into the cases. Pretty cool, 120 bucks. They've got a jig locker that is just intended for jigs. They've got a collapsible tote. Here is their Ballistics 3.7 backpack that works with 5 of their 3.7 size trays. They've got their Creature Keeper case. These are your urchin style baits. They've got the rods in there that kind of poke through for you to be able to store those. And then their ice rod locker. So this ice rod locker is made for 6 internal rod tubes to store 6 ice rods in it. It does not say how long it is, but it does say a 3,600 size tackle box can fit in here as well. So once we know more, we will talk about it. I'm intrigued by this. I'm always looking for another way to store just a handful of rods to bring out for a day of fishing. I'm trying to get away from what I do right now is I bring like 20 rods with. I'm trying to minimize, right? Bring less, but be more on purpose. So that way you can actually be more agile while out on the ice. But wanted to tell you about it. This is a $150 case. This is a premium case from them, but that is one of the new products that they've got this year. Acme Tackle. If you did not know, Acme Tackle owns Brew City as well, Brew City Marine. And Brew City Marine, about a year ago, came out with a competitor to the Larmac 360, which is this track-mounted thing that gives you swiveling, and a lot of people will put something like their ice fishing shuttle on it. Well, they now have a Lox 360 kit that allows you to mount this to the bottom of a shuttle or anything like that, you can thumb screw and take it off. This is going to allow you to mount it on here. So that way you have a track mountable option for you to put your shuttle on a boat, on a kayak, ice fishing, no matter what you want to do. So this is new from them this year, $209 MSRP for the 2 of them. These are also not on any other websites right now. That's why I'm showing it to you here, which is not the best place to show you. They've got a brand new shuttle bag that they're coming out with. We can see that it has the screen kind of come above the bag, and then you can actually flap it down over, it looks like, and then you've got a handle in it. Pretty standard for what these bags look like. But what I really wanted to show you is they're building a shuttle. Check this thing out. So you've got a shuttle here, you've got a power button, you've got a glow light, and the glow light looks like it shines down onto a tray rather than up in your eyes, which is pretty cool. And then you can just lay your jig there, which I really like. Looks like voltmeter with USB charging on it, and then some different mounting options there. This is what they say. Crafted from carbon fiber composite. I zoomed in and lost it. Crafted from carbon fiber composite, this all-in-one Brew City Marine shuttle box provides users 2 screen height positions for more versatility, accommodates screen sizes up to 12 inches, offers mounting patterns for all forward-facing brands, and has a recessed and sealed easy-access battery compartment that's fully wired for easy attached connections. Mountable on your boat with the docking plate and convenient on ice, where it creates a compact, lightweight grab and go command center. And then they got some new lures. They've got a new 2B Ice XLR series of ice rods. We'll talk more about when we get closer and see some of these things on the website, but those are $115. The 250th anniversary tip up is the American flag for 250th anniversary for the USA. So this is their custom Beaver Dam tip up for this year. If you're interested, every year they do a custom design. Pretty cool. 250th anniversary flag. Pretty dang cool. And then they got a few other things here as well. I'll link all this stuff, like I had said, down below as well. Yak Attack. I wanted to show you some of the cool stuff. Yak Attack primarily focuses on kayak fishing, but they've got some cool things that I think give inspiration to the boat fishing community. And quite honestly, it gives me the itch to get back out and do some kayak fishing again and maybe get a kayak and deck it out and rig it out. But summers are busy. I'm sure you can all relate to that. One thing that they've got here is the swing arm crossbar. And the idea behind it is you've got a little, you can mount whatever you want to it, whether it be a fish finder screen, whether it be a rod holder, whatever it is. This mounts in your track. This can swivel in front of you. And then you pull this tab up and you can swivel it out of the way. So it's a swing arm crossbar as it's explained, but it's made of, it's intended to be left outside in the sun. UV stable polymers. It's $100. They've also got a fully loaded cup holder pro. They've got multiple versions of this, but the idea is it's a track mountable cup holder. You've got places to hang jigs, accessories. You can actually put a top on it if you wanted to put some lures and things in here so it doesn't spill, or if you just want to use it as a cup holder. That's pretty cool. $30. And again, they've got a bunch of different versions of these. And then they've got a waterproof storage box for $65 as well. Kind of small, 8x5 by 3.25, but it is track mountable and so forth. So this is all from Yak Attack that I'll have linked down below as soon as the stream's over as well. We did talk about this before, but I wanted to show you because we now know the price of it. The Buzzbee Magnetic Launch Pad, $39.95. I'm wanting to maybe pick one of these up just to have like in a work area in my gear garage, but you've got some magnetic surfaces here and then a nice working surface where things aren't going to roll off. You've got a small little measure on it, little parts trays, those types of things. I thought it was pretty unique and cool. They've got their urchin bait box, which is also $39.95. Those are from Buzzbee. A new product that I want to show you here. I'll show you this video. This is called, let me get the name of it. This is called My Buoy. And the whole idea behind it is that it allows you to send your bait or lure up to 40 meters away from you without casting. So this is for somebody that likes to fish like river banks, lake banks, and you want to be able to get your lure out there, your bait out there, and keep it out there, maybe even while you're walking the shoreline, especially in a river where you've got some current. This is a pretty unique solution that, hey, I don't do a lot of bank fishing, but I might need to get this and try it because it allows you to get that bait out there and keep it out at the distance rather than having it continually coming into you and you having to cast again and again. So I'll be quiet here for a second, play this video, let you see what it's about. It's 51 seconds long. We'll talk a little bit more about it and what the price point is. Well, this is more of a highlight reel for them. They didn't really explain how it works. Let me get you, so $60 is the MSRP on it. Let's pull up their website here and check it out here. So this is what it says. My Buoy is a compact, precision engineered fishing aid that glides parallel to the shore up to 40 meters out, carrying your bait, lure, or live bait out to where fish actually are. There's no casting involved. No current is needed. If there's no wind problems, even if you have them, just clip it on, let it out, walk away. My Buoy does the rest. So here we go. Let me play this guy.
Hi there. I just want to use this moment to introduce you to a product. This guy, it's called My Buoy. My Buoy was designed or invented by myself, very much from a fishing passion.
So you could see there, he's walking and it is going out. And so he's letting his line out. So the idea is it's going to angle itself out. And as the flow of you walking against it or the current, it's going to keep your line taut. So you can determine how far out it goes just by your line. And then at that point, it's going to be downstream from that. However long you have that kind of leader connection.
It was designed or invented by myself, very much
right there.
basically any type of fishing. So whether you're into sea fishing, estuary fishing, lake fishing, a fishing passion, very much from a fishing passion. It's a product that's aiming at basically any type of fishing. So whether you're into sea fishing, estuary fishing, lake fishing, or you fish canals, whether you like fishing for predatory fish, surface fish, bottom feeding fish, this product will outperform your normal basic fishing method. Instead of having to cast, you plop that live bait in the water. This goes in the water right by your feet on the bank. I will aim this into the current, walk it out slowly, and it will automatically track out.
How cool is
and that will take my live bait up to 40 meters out into that current. I can get it to hold a stationary position. Once it's in its position, you're 100% of the time fishing in that strike zone. So no longer are you casting to where you think they are and then wind back in to just recast. This thing will track along 40 meters out until it's triggered by a fish. You can either use lures, you can use baits, and you can use live baits. You can see on the bottom here, there's a whole weighting system, which you can adjust the weights forwards, backwards. You can adjust buoyancy, so it sits higher or lower in the water, depending on what kind of bait you want to use. It's extremely versatile. Like I say, it's fresh water, salt water. It fishes on the surface, it can fish mid-water, and you can even fish it along the bottom. That's the product. The actual company, you'll find it on myboy.com.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know if you all think that it's pretty cool. I can see applications for this even on the boat, right? If you've got a little bit of a current that you're sitting in and you're spot locked, you can throw it out there if you want to troll around. And it's so compact and portable for those that are bank fishing. I think this potentially opens up some pretty cool opportunities to get that bait out there. Let me know what you think down in the comments. This is definitely one of those pieces of gear that I might just be picking up to try out. All right, another thing here that's new and was launched at the iCast show, Battery Tender. They make really great products in terms of charging of batteries. Well, they just launched their dual purpose 50 amp and 100 amp hour smart lithium batteries. They're not cheap. It's $900 for a 100 amp dual purpose Life P04 battery. But I'll tell you, let's see, like Amped Outdoors is an example. You could get a 130 amp dual purpose battery at the same price point, MSRP. So they have a good quality product. I've never used their batteries, but we just wanted to let you know there's more and more people now stepping into these dual purpose. So dual purpose means you can use this to crank over the motor in your boat and then also use it for your electronics as well. Dual purpose lithium battery, deep cycle plus a starter battery. So you're able to use it for your trolling motor, fish finder, electronics, all from a single Life P04 pack. So if you're looking to consolidate down to one battery that can run everything while having the lithium power to be able to power your electronics, dual purpose battery is what you're going to want because it can output those cranking amps that you need to kind of turn that motor over. Stobar, I thought this was pretty cool. They've got these, like we've all seen like the magnetic bars. We've seen all the different things that they have that are out there. Stobar has these cool little bars that allow you to like pull out the strip and put things in behind it. So it doesn't even need to be magnetic things. So here's one of the pictures that they've got. This is what in stealth mode is, I think that's the name of the company. So you can screw it on. I'm hoping you can maybe adhere it on. Looks like maybe magnetic on there as well. And then, yeah, you can just put stuff inside of there. So it gives you a place to stash your pliers, sunglasses, hat, tackle, wallet, or anything else you need within reach, mounted anywhere in seconds. You can mount it on the dash of your boat, on the side of your kayak, the roll bar of your UTV, the wall of your garage, and your gear is where you need it, not rolling around underfoot. Mounting simple, so screws or double-sided tape work on any flat surface, so it can go anywhere that you do. 12 inches long. It's built from impact-resistant ABS composite with a weather-resistant elastomer. Stobar will handle anything the elements throw at it. Pretty self-explanatory from there. You're looking at $12.99. So if I can find where they're being sold right now, actually they're not because it's pre-order. When they are being sold, I'll try to get that thing linked down below. One other really cool thing that I saw Simrad is doing is called Fishcast. I know we don't talk a lot about Simrad. We primarily focus on Humminbird, Garmin, and Lowrance. as well as some of the other ice fishing brands and fish finder brands. Simrad, we don't talk about a lot, but Simrad has Fishcast now, powered by ROFFS, which is one of the technologies that they have. So Fishcast is an advanced fishing forecast tool that's built exclusively for Simrad displays and fully integrated into your CMAP charts, designed for offshore anglers, which is why we probably aren't going to talk a ton about it, because it doesn't work, from my understanding, for freshwater lakes, just because they don't have it set up to work that way. It combines over 10 years of fishing forecasting analysis from ROFFS, a trusted leader in professional fishing analysis, with Fathom Science, real-time AI-enabled ocean analytics to highlight high probability fishing hotspots, helping you save time, fuel, and frustration on the water. There's no extra hardware required. It's just a simple CMAP subscription, and it gives you direct access to powerful science-backed fishing insights right on your display. So how does it work? You see these fishing hotspots. It is going to guide you and tell you, based off of the current conditions, we think that there's probably going to be, there's a high probability that there's going to be fish in these areas. They had a video or a GIF or something like that that was updating. This guy right here. Planned with precision, 3-hour forecasts updated daily. Check this out. Fish are always on the move. Fishcast keeps you one step ahead with forecasts you can scroll through hour by hour. So at the bottom of the screen, you're able to scroll. You can zoom into different spots. And as the time frame goes forward here, you're going to see where the fish are moving to. So you can see this person moving in and out. Let's see the time move. Here we go. It's scrolling. And you can see the fishing hotspots are moving. Where do they think the fish will be at those spots based off of the forecasts? This means less waiting, less guessing, more casting when it counts. Fishcast, you're always fishing at the right place at the right time. Pretty dang cool. Hopefully Garmin, Lowrance, Humminbird, others come out with some of this technology as well, but it is pretty dang cool. They've got the optimal catch location overlay, the cloud-free sea surface temperature, and cloud-free ocean color for the chlorophyll. Lots of really cool stuff that Simrad is doing. Okay, one of our headline topics that we wanted to talk about. We got a few more topics here, and then I'll zip through and see if there's any comments or questions. So start dropping them down in the chat, and I will hit some of them up here. But that is right. What are we seeing here? Outdoor retailer West Marine is closing 91 stores in their Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And down below, we have the full list of closures. So back in, let's see, what was their original? Okay. Back earlier this year, West Marine recently filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and closed 59 stores. They had announced that they would. They announced that they were going to close 59 of them. More recently, they confirmed an additional wave of closures. They're now closing another 32 stores, bringing the total to 91 stores. The company disclosed several factors pushing it into bankruptcy, including supply chain disruptions, extreme weather events, and shifts in consumer behavior, according to West Marine's official press release. West Marine West Marine aims for Chapter 11 to help it strengthen its balance sheet, reduce debt, and improve financial flexibility. This is what they say. We recently made the difficult decision to close select store locations. While this change wasn't easy, our commitment to you hasn't changed one bit. West Marine is open, except where they're closing, stocked and ready to help with everything you need to get back on the water, the company states on the store closure webpage. Here's the 91 stores that they're closing. You can search through. I'll have this link. This is the only link that I found that had all of them in here. Our Minnesota location is closing. Those of you from Wisconsin, your Greenfield store is closing. Those of you from, let's see, where are some of y'all from? Ohio, Cleveland, North Olmsted, Sandusky, and Toledo are all closing. New York, you've got a bunch of 6 locations closing. We've got, we already talked Minnesota. Michigan's got 7 locations closing. Maine's got 2. Let's see, Illinois, you've got 2 closing. So a bunch of locations are closing that are coming soon. What's interesting to know, and let me see if I can find a commercial. Here we go. West Marine had more than 200 retail locations across North America before announcing its Chapter 11. This suggests the retailer will soon be left with about 110 operating stores. In addition to closing stores with unprofitable leases, West Marine plans to transform and build its business around West Marine Pro, its wholesale and professional division that drives more than 40% of its total revenue. West Marine Pro provides service to marine technicians, marina operators, fleet managers, boat builders, and government organizations responsible for maritime assets. The boat giant also plans to remodel its remaining stores to better serve professional customers by allocating more space for high-volume marine parts while scaling back on non-essential and discretionary retail products. The retailer also plans to connect its store inventory to its website and Pro app. This lets commercial clients scan barcodes, view wholesale prices, and check local stock in real time. This is my read on this. West Marine is closing more stores, almost half of their stores, 91 out of 220. When they close all of these stores, they're also making a shift to focus on commercial, professional service, maritime industry. They're moving away from direct to consumer. They're not going to say that. That is exactly what this says in other words. They're going to go focus on where they see revenue coming in. They're going to take an attempt at saying direct to consumer isn't working right now for obvious reasons, right? The economy is not great right now. Things are really expensive. The data and the statistics are out there. There have been less boats sold this year than any other year in the past handful of years by a long shot. Like, there's a lot of people that don't have discretionary funds that aren't spending money on these things right now. So they aren't saying we're figuring out a way to make it work. They're saying we're going to basically pull back from the direct-to-consumer market. So what you're going to see from me, I'll always keep a little bit of a gauge on, do they have prices on things in certain areas, and are they deals that we can go and capture? But with the number of stores closing and them focusing on commercial, I'm not going to really be looking at West Marine anymore as a retailer to recommend buying from, because they're not going to really be focused on the direct-to-consumer customer. That's my read on this, and that's what I'm going to be doing with this. I'm done buying stuff from them because they're not focused on the customer anymore. I'm going to spend my money at either the mom and pop shops, on the online retailers that do a great job and have great return policies. Shields is my favorite brick and mortar store, but then there's also Cabela's, there's Fish USA. Like, there's tons of them still out there. All the Sportsman's, Dick's, like, there's a bunch of them out there. So if we've got companies that are not looking to help consumers anymore, and they're really going commercial and professional, it's good for us to be aware of. Not that you can't score a good deal there, potentially, especially during some of these closures of stores. Look for those deals if there's one in your area, but something to be aware of. I thought that was pretty shocking news. I did not anticipate they would be doing that. That's pretty shocking. And I wonder how much their assortment is going to change as well. Okay. We've got a couple earnings releases that are coming up. This is a packed episode. We haven't done this in a couple of weeks here. Garmin has their second quarter. I don't know why it says 2025. This is an old article. Garmin has their second quarter. Yeah, this is an old article, so I'm going to go ahead and flip right on past that. But Garmin has their second quarter earnings coming up. I believe it's this week. Their earnings will be coming up. So in the next FGTN show, we'll be talking about Garmin's second quarter earnings, and then Brunswick has their earnings coming up here on July 30th this week as well. So stay tuned for earnings from Brunswick and earnings from Garmin coming very soon. Our brands, if you didn't know, because I can see this question coming in right now, what is Brunswick? Brunswick is over Mercury. So they've got the Navico, they've got Mercury, they've got Flight, they've got a bunch of different brands that are under them as well. So that is good to know. St. Paul Ice Fishing Show dates are locked and loaded, ladies and gentlemen. If you plan to come to the Ice Fishing Show, it's December 4th through the 6th in St. Paul. If you plan on coming to that, the Wisconsin Ice Fishing Expo is locked for December 11th through the 13th. So just, what is that? 2 weeks after It's a week and a half after. Whatever. Those are the dates. That's when the Wisconsin one is happening. A couple other quick things I want to go through. Shields has some crazy deals going on right now. If you want to go check them out, you can scan this QR code that's on the screen. Otherwise, I'll have it linked down below as well. They've got literally crazy deals going on right now. Do you remember when we would have Black Friday deals where you could get the 93 UHD screen plus a LiveScope Plus for $19.99? Well, guess what? They got that going right now. They got the LiveScope Plus with the Ultra 2 126 for $3,100, and they've got the Ultra 2 10-inch for $2,500 with the LiveScope Plus. Pretty dang good deals. Look, if you don't mind the black box, from the videos that I've seen, I just placed an order for the LVS 44. I'm waiting to get the LVS 42 IF to be in stock somewhere, and I'm going to buy that as well. 44 is on its way. I'll be doing some side-by-side comparisons, but I want to let you know what I've seen in terms of differences. The LiveScope Plus LVS 34 is looking pretty dang good compared to the 44. The 44, now granted, people haven't dialed the 44 in yet, but like if it were me, and I wasn't doing content around these things and having to do these comparisons, I would not upgrade from a 34 to a 44. Right now, without getting my hands on it, just looking at the videos that are out there, and the fact that you can get for $2,000 the same price as just getting the new 44, you can get a full system with a 9-inch screen. That's a pretty dang good deal. So go check them out. But they've got the Lowrance HDS Pro 12-inch right now for $2,100 with the active imaging 3-in-1 transducer. They got baits on sale. They got boots, they got clothes, they got Striker Climate bibs on sale. They've got a ton of stuff on sale, combos, trolling motors, you name it. Shields got a good fishing sale going on right now. And last but not least, if you are interested in these shows but can never watch the whole thing, you want to hear the clips and kind of what's going on, I want to introduce you, if you haven't seen it yet, I have a second YouTube channel, and it would mean the world to me. It would help me out a ton if you went over and subscribed to the channel. This channel, the Alex Tim Breakdown channel, you can go search for it on YouTube. Otherwise, it's just, you can search Alex Tim Breakdown or scan the QR code that's here on the screen. I'll have it linked down below as well. What is on this channel versus my main channel, the one that we're on right now? The Alex Tim Breakdown channel is all repurposed content. So what I mean by that is a lot of times I'll put out 20-minute, 30-minute, hour-long videos or live streams like this one, and I take some clips, some tidbits of it, some 2-minute long sections, some 30-second sections that are shorts and reels and vertical content, or focused on specific topics like this show where we talked about a ton of different things. There's probably going to be 4 different 3-minute long videos that come out of it. So if you're looking for those bite-sized informational things, you can get them from the Alex Tim Breakdown channel. It is only repurposed content. So if all that you care about and you're like, I watch all your videos from the beginning to the end all the time, and I don't want to see some of the same stuff again, just stay on the Alex Tim channel, because this is all original content I put on this channel, repurposed content that's more bite-sized. Things that people miss if they have to tune out will be available here on the Alex Tim Breakdown channel. So go and check that out. This is where we do a lot of that stuff. There's a ton of content already on it. My goal is to get this guy to 1,000 subscribers before the ice season. We're already at 109. It's already 34 videos over there, and I'm uploading multiple times a week over there. So go check it out. That does help out the channel. All right, let's go through any of the questions and comments in the chat. What's up, Blaine? Thanks for being a member of the channel, supporting. Really appreciate you here. Let's see here. Did you go to iCast live like last year? Oh, I'm just recapping it. I'm just recapping it, going through some of the stuff. What was interesting is I've been to 2 iCasts, right? This year I didn't go, but the 2 years before I went. I didn't go this year because I had a baby, and I just couldn't make it work this year. I do plan to go back next year. And what I wanted to do this year is see how hard would it be to cover things at iCast from remote. Would I still be able to get a lot of the same information? And the answer is kind of. What I discovered is that a lot of the things that people really care about, I'm going to be able to find, like the new product showcase, all the new stuff, the notable stuff. iCast themselves do a decent job updating their website on some of that stuff. Some things are behind the registered paywall that you can't get to, but I was able to actually cover and see a lot of the stuff, which I was actually pretty happy about. But what I did notice is there is exactly 0 people that cover ice fishing stuff at the shows. So I'm finding things that I'm interested in and the ice fishing community is interested in that there is nobody at the show covering. These brands have nobody to cover it. And so even though they're there in person, able to put hands on, nobody's covering it. Like I'll give you a good example of last year. The Strike Master Maven Auger that was announced at iCast last year. I was one of, if not the only one to cover that and put videos out on it. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been covered. So I feel a need to go just to cover all of these things that there's just no content going on about. There's kayak anglers there, open water anglers, saltwater, offshore angler. Like there's all pro bass fishermen. Like there's all of those people there, but there's not really anybody for the ice fishing community that's dedicated and going. So I do plan on going again next year. We'll be doing more lives, more hands-on stuff. So that'll be coming, but great question. Anything new from Aquaview? I've heard rumors of a new quad camera. I heard last year that they were coming out with something crazy this year as well. I did not see anything from them yet. So I'll keep you tuned in as I hear more. But what I heard is that they are potentially going to have something coming out. Maybe it's the new quad camera that is going to put to shame every other underwater camera in the industry. I heard that last year. So we'll see. Hopefully that does actually happen. The only time I've killed a rod, it's always been the tip. Yeah, so we'll see if these Rhino rods are going to be able to hold up on the tip of them as well. But at the price point they're at, not a bad deal. I have a bad habit of closing the camper door. Yes. Decent size. It looked huge. Yeah. Yes, totally. You're talking about the floating aerator. Totally agree. What's up, Blaine? Have to have a breakdown. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being a member of the channel. Appreciate you all. All right. If you have any other questions, comments, what did you like? What didn't you like? What are we missing? We're going to come back to you here in about a week again. We've got another video going to be landing on the main channel. More breakdowns hitting you. Again, if you can, please go on over to the Alex Tim Breakdown channel. If you like those quick hits of information, they'll be popping up over there. Until next time, take it easy, tight lines, and wear the sunscreen this week. It's a hot one. See ya. There's so much new fishing gear and tech coming out. It's getting harder to know what's actually right for you. So I'm building anglerbuilt.com to help you compare everything, make the right call, and see real-time prices so you don't overpay and it doesn't cost you anything. Go check it out at anglerbuilt.com, link down below, or scan the QR code on the screen. Thanks, and take it easy.